My name is Christian, and I am here with Filter Fox, and today we are going to be looking at a field guide that I got, and I'm really excited. It's the Peterson Field Guide to Edible Wild Plants. We're going to see what we can find here at the Herring Run. It's not technically called the Herring Run, but that's what I grew up calling it. Come along with me. Come along. So it's not the sunniest of days to be doing this, but it's a weekend that I have available, and I just got this book. I'm really excited to use it. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve. That's okay though. Learning curve for both you and me. And speaking of learning curves, I got the best shoes for this. So, I see an angry little bird right there. You angry? I'm in your territory? I think that's your answer. Alright, so we're looking here, and I want to make some tea today, because I feel like that's kind of easy. I know some of the stuff behind that. And we're early, it's early fall, so I know a lot of pines and a lot of sweet birch are in the area, or some sweet birch, some wintergreen, so let's go look for that. My oh my, what do we have here? I think we have grapes. Oh, and look, a little jumping spider. No, that's not a jumping spider. Is that, what is that? Is that a little bee? Oh. No, that's a jumping spider. He made a web. So I'm running back to my car because I didn't think it was gonna rain this early. And got my rain jacket. I knew it was going to be a rainy day, but I didn't expect the rain to come so soon. Well, it's a good thing I had a spare rain jacket in my car. So, I grabbed my rain jacket, and I decided to taste a little bit of the grape. I didn't eat it, because I'm pretty sure it was a grape. Looked like a grape, smelled like a grape, tasted like a grape. It's probably a grape. Reminds me of an old joke. It smells like red paint and tastes like red paint. It's blue paint. And I got one trick up my sleeve. Now, I was cautious because I was pretty sure those were grapes, but you can never be safe enough, and I'm very much a novice at this. I know a few things, and I just wanted to be really safe and really cautious, as anybody should if they're looking for things that they're going to be putting in their mouth. So I decided to use this really cool app called Seek. Now, Seek, this app uses basically a huge database and can identify different plants. I knew it was grape, but I just wanted to double check with that. I decided to pick a few grapes, and unfortunately these grapes did not survive the ride back to my house. They decided to become a jam in my car. But it was still nice to be able to pick them and have that opportunity. Alright, so this is a pine of some sorts. So I always forget the difference between red pine and white pine. I know it has to do with either 2 or 3 bunches or 5 bunches. I think 5 is red, which I know you can make a tea out of. White you can too. So let me find a bundle. Get off. see if we can try to count them. So, I was very familiar with pine needles. I've made the tea before, but I figured I'd gather it because that was what was easily available, and I figured I'll look into the book later on. So I grabbed what I sustainably could grab from this pine tree, and I decided to head back to my car to head home. I wanted to make a little bit of tea, and I figured it was kind of a rainy day, so I'd come back here when it was a little less wet and I had better hiking shoes. So, funny enough, I came home to make the tea, so I put the water in the kettle, and I didn't have any coffee filters because I don't typically drink coffee, and that's kind of how I've made it. You kind of pour the water through where the pine needles are in the coffee filter, and you let that set, and then take the coffee filter out, and you'd have the tea. But I decided to boil the pine needles, which I don't know if I was doing right, and I poured myself a nice drink, and I'll be quite honest, if I were out in the woods and I wanted something to drink and I didn't have access to hot chocolate, it would have been delicious. But otherwise, it was interesting to say the least. So I was able to make this tea. I was thankful to learn how to make it. But perhaps sometime I'd like to try something else and maybe have something a little bit with different flavor.